Welcome to another episode of
Where I can tap my knee. I'm Jonathan.
And I'm Kevin, and we are a boys love podcast that talks about all our fave shows and all the press and mess around them. And Jonathan, I decided I'm going to go back to my reckless mouth. So,
Oh my god. So no more mindful, no more demure? The intro was pretty demure.
it was. But you know
You're
what?
like, that trend is dead.
Yeah, I think that term has exhausted itself. It's been overused already. But here we are.
I mean, corporate has overly done it.
Corporate
for
has
sure.
overly done it. So here we are. Anywho, let's go ahead and let's run straight to word on the tweet because there's a lot to talk about.
Okay, word on the tweet. Let's say I'm always prepared for things because I am not.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, word on the tweet. So this past weekend, I mean, I'm kind of sad because I would love to go into all these events. So like there was a Gemini and Fourth concert that just happened this past weekend. It looked really cool. I mean, did you see? I didn't see much of their performances, but I did see a Fourth doing that kind of like, I still don't know what it's called. It's not like acrobatics, but it's like
Whatever. Oh, what he was. Did he do something on the ribbon, whatever?
Not on the pole, but yeah, it was kind of like a ribbon,
Like in
kinda
Deep
like a
Night.
hoop thingy. Yeah, like in Deep Night. It was just like in Deep Night.
Okay, I didn't see
Ooh,
it.
that looks so cool. Like it takes a lot of upper arm strength to hold yourself with one arm, I guess.
It does.
And it was, I think like Earthmits did that back in like a couple months ago for that Love Out Loud concert. So now like Fourth is doing it too. I was like, everyone's doing it.
Well,
I mean, it looks beautiful.
Fourth is their child, so like father,
Fourth
like
is
son,
their baby.
you know. Anyway.
Yes. Yeah, so that looks cool. Gemini Fourth had a concert, and PP Bilkin and PP also had a concert. They're like double trouble thing. That's the concert that I really wanted to go to. I tried to get tickets for and I couldn't because all of the world wanted to go. All of Asia wanted to go
Of
too,
course,
so.
because Bill Cannon, listen, we already know he is hot right now. Like, he is
hot
burning up, okay? And we love some
I
PP
mean, they
crit,
haven't done
so
anything together in a minute, so that's why this concert was like
a big deal.
sold out in like.
And there's a rumor that
2
they are
seconds.
working on a show together.
It keeps getting pushed out,
Right.
but hopefully it comes out soon. But I think Bilkin also just announced that he's trying to go for his master's degree. So he's going to move to like the UK or London next month or something to go start his master's. So I'm like, oh, so when is this show happening? If you're doing this.
Unless the show is already recorded and now they're just waiting to have it edited. It's in post. Who knows?
I don't know.
Who knows?
Who knows? They're very secretive.
Anyway,
But
what else is going on?
anyway, so this morning already, GMMTV was like, surprise, Titawat is joining.
Oh my gosh.
fam.
So now they're going to have 2 ohms under GMMTV?
They have a bunch of ohms. There's 3 ohms.
Oh
I
my
think,
goodness.
or 4 maybe.
Oh my. Well, we
Oh
know
my.
of one that we really love that, is
We have Om Pawat.
yes. And
Then we
then
have. There's Om that's in that Mark Om ship. You know that new
oh,
Om?
that's right. Yes, I
Yeah.
forgot about that one.
And then now we have OG BL Boy over here.
Right.
From. Oh my God. What's that show called?
Oh my goodness. Oh goodness.
My brain is tired.
Oh my gosh. I have
you know the show.
I know the show and I don't know why it cannot come to my head. And it was him and oh gosh. Why
It was him and Fluke.
him and Fluke. Yes. Oh gosh.
Yeah, it's surprising that like practically everyone from Wabi Sabi kind of flew over to GMMTV.
Yeah, because I think
Recently.
is it because Wabi Sabi is going to be focusing more on production, I believe, not managing artists anymore, correct?
Yeah, not. I think a lot of studios are doing this where they can't handle all the talent that they have. Like you see them struggle to give these boys like kind of like gigs to do, even if it's just like, you know, like a little advertisement, a little mall gig or something.
Right.
So I guess I'm not even sure if G-Men TV is really good at artist management, but I guess
I mean, maybe they have the capacity.
Because they also have a big catalog of people that do nothing. Like they have like 50 girls doing nothing right now on their G-Men TV.
I mean,
low key.
Or they're doing something we're just not watching.
Or they're just background character number 50.
Right, or whatever it may be. And I just remembered the name of the show, Until We Meet Again. Oh my goodness. A good show.
Until We Meet Again.
A good show.
That show's so good. Like, that's a classic.
Yes, a good show. Oh, I don't know why it was just not in our heads, but it popped up. What else is happening?
Because Bake Me Please was in your mind.
It sure was. It sure was.
With Poom. Imagine if we got own Poom. Ooh.
Yes. I don't think we're going to get that since we have Poom Up or Up Poom or whatever.
Up Poom.
Yeah. Anyway, what else is going on?
I mean, that just reminded me. I saw something on Twitter that said like Up Poom are like already looking at new shows together to star in. So I'm praying they stay as a ship together. They do something.
I hope so too.
But I think Up is also trying to do his masters. So I don't know. Boys trying to get education or kiss some more men. Like, I don't know what to do.
Or do both. I mean, Mix was in school while still also doing shows. So
yeah, he was helping animals while also, I don't know. I couldn't make a joke there, but
I have a joke. He was pretty much, he had Earth's animal in his mouth. So
excuse you. Anyways. So same with Beyond Cloud. Like, we just saw they made an announcement that not us and JJ all left Beyond Cloud. People were already making so many like posts being like, oh my god, there's only like 4 original boys now,
right,
from the original like start of the company, from Ken Porsche.
Yeah,
there's only like 5 people left, I think.
Yeah, I'm wondering what direction
we saw
they're
so many
to go.
people leave.
Yeah,
I don't know if they're also trying to just focus on shows, but I don't know. They just got some more boys too.
They did,
but they just haven't given all these boys some gigs. Like, us and JJ were in Dead Friend Forever, but Not hasn't been in anything since Kim Porsche, I think.
Yeah, maybe what they're trying to do, I guess this is what I'm envisioning. Maybe because Beyond Cloud, we said this before, they make really good shows. Like, they haven't missed yet. And I think maybe they're shifting more to production and being more of a springboard for new but very good actors, right? Like, so then they have a show to start off that's on their resume. Like, you're really good. We're going to make a good product. So then you can put it on your reel. And then we're gonna let you go
and not be free.
Yeah, and then we're gonna let you go. You know, because maybe that's what they want to be. Is kind of,
they're just not being. They're not doing a good job at keeping.
Yeah, maybe they,
because like Barcode should have stayed. Like,
I would have
really
loved
wanted
for him
to like
stay.
capitalize, like even as like a marketing money point. Like, Barcode is so good for the company. They should have tried to keep Barcode.
But maybe that was a decision Barcode and his team made on their own. Maybe Barcode.
I mean, yeah, for sure. Barcode he wants to be like a singer. He wants to be like Jeff.
Yeah,
you know.
And it seems as if like these 3
first.
that they like that are no longer with Beyond Cloud, it seems as if it was also something amicable, because you saw the message that Beyond Cloud said about the 3 of them. It was very much like they're extremely professional. They're really good at what they do. Like, it wasn't anything
they were just
shady.
writing out their contracts. Yeah, it's never gonna be a big like.
Yeah. So it sounds like the
GTFO.
contract's expired. They didn't want to renew, or Beyond Cloud was not in a position to renew, whatever it may have been, and
because
that
they're
was
just not
it.
pumping out enough shows to host all these boys that they have.
Right. I think Beyond Cloud is going to focus on doing maybe 2 shows at most a year. You know, like GMMTV. You know, they pump out a lot of shows in a year. You know, so it's probably easier for Beyond Cloud to manage a smaller group of actors, since they're not producing as many shows. And plus, They really, I love the energy they're putting in
these
production.
Younger boys.
I love the energy.
It's probably also these younger boys. Yeah.
Yeah. Like,
versus these like older guys that you can't exactly place them in like a college setting or like a
right. Like some other shows you've been watching where they're trying to make somebody old into a college boy.
I mean, or I just saw, only one. I was like, ain't this man 30 something?
Right.
In this show.
Anywho, what else is happening?
This is so long. Okay, so last thing. So Spare Me Your Mercy. This is highly anticipated show. Same creator of 4 Minutes, Salmon, who made 4 Minutes, Manner of Death, Triage. So like that show apparently wrapped filming just recently.
Oh yes.
So,
oh yes.
It's tracked to release this year. Oh. So we're getting 2 Salmon shows in 1 year.
I'm really surprised that they just wrapped filming. Will they really be able to get through post-production that quickly? Because there's only a few months left in the year.
I mean, I'm surprised too.
Yeah, so
but
I mean,
maybe
I
feel like
going to say maybe early 2025. Like, unless it's going to be...
If they give us like a December to January kind of show.
Yeah, I mean, earliest maybe after Christmas, but I really don't... Or maybe what they're going to do what they did with City of Stars, where they edited... they were in post while they were airing shows. So once the show had completed editing, then a couple weeks later,
was the norm.
Well, no,
but maybe some of these other shows don't do that.
Yeah, because
4 Minutes, they fully wrapped that show and then started releasing.
Yeah, so that's why I feel as if with shows I feel as if the editing,
less
as if with 4
heavy
minutes,
shows,
the editing is just way too pristine.
That takes way too long to do like on a weekly basis.
Right. Yeah, and it's just, you can tell how clean that editing is. Like, every single cut is intentional, right? So there's no way that they're editing per episode and then releasing it. It's just way too pristine. And not saying City of Stars had bad editing. They had great editing. Ooh. But you could tell that, the way that was edited was kind of like how Law and Order SVU was edited. Not
Law and Order.
I mean, and Law and Order SVU is one of my favorite shows. That show's been around for 25 years, Dun,
it's formulaic.
Yeah.
It's formulaic.
Right. So,
No, but yeah, I see.
Yeah, you see what I'm
it's
saying.
Probably easier to do something that's it's less, it's just less production heavy, less like you have to physically add more like CGI or post,
Yeah.
Anyways, I'm excited for that show. I'm excited.
I am too. We need some more shows that are not cute and fluffy. And with that said, let's get to our shows of the week. So, Jonathan, what is your show this week?
My show is Only One.
Okay.
I'm so obsessed with this show.
It's a great show. So obsessed. It's really good.
It's this is, I don't know, this is this has brought me back to life. This show. I don't know why it's hitting right, but it's hitting.
It is.
It's the same kind of stepbrother plot that Taiwan loves to do.
Right.
Like, it's nothing new, but it's just, I don't know, it feels
fresh.
different. And this show,
it feels
fresh. And it's like, I don't know, like there's like like, I don't know, it's shot differently. Like the story feels a little different, and the characters feel just a little bit different.
And there's a villain that they're developing, and I love a good sneaky villain, in a show.
A sneaky little rat.
Rat, rat tail out, but then he got it pinned up his booty so nobody can see it, Ew.
But yeah, like this show is like, should we look up a synopsis? Let me look up a synopsis.
Yeah, go ahead and read the
so
synopsis, because it is a good show. As you're doing that, there is a rumor. I don't think this is necessarily true, but some people are saying it's loosely based off of Addicted Heroin, and it's like, I can see it, but also Taiwan has done so many stepbrother kind of stuff before.
Yeah, we've done so many stepbrother plots before, so like, I don't know.
Yeah, so I don't know.
But it did remind me of Addicted.
Yeah,
like,
it has a little bit of
I was
that,
like,
but
I was like, oh, stepbrothers, falling in love,
right,
kind of forced enemies to lovers. Okay, so the synopsis of Only One is called. Let me see. Life is hard enough for for Sean when he transfers into a new high school and clashes immediately with classmate Jian Tian. But when Sean's father and Jian Tian's mother decide to get married, the two boys' lives turn completely upside down. Sean and Jian Tian must negotiate their new status as stepbrothers, enduring the ups and downs of their school and family experiences together. However, neither of them expected that romance would begin to spark between them. Will this new development bring them even closer together, or will it drive their entire family apart?
Well, we know they're going to get close together, but I think I think
is it going to start family drama?
But
will the parents be like, we can't be together? Our sons are gay for each other.
Considering how History 4 ended, and considering how we had a little
History 4 was so realistic with that though. Like the parents were like, yuck. The dad was like, I don't. Like this
only the dad, because the mom was all
and
in
he stayed the
support
same.
of it. Yeah, which was so weird.
The mom just wanted everyone to be happy at the end, because she
wanted
kind of
to be happy with sexual assault and stalking.
She enabled her son.
Her son, but that is not what's happening in Only One. Thank
Heart
God.
Attack City.
Yeah.
This is, oh my God, like this is so. It's just, I don't know. They're like getting closer together. They're both like helping each other study. Mm-hmm. This is so cute.
Did you see the little, I don't know if I sent this to you, but someone found a clip for something in the future, for a future episode
apparently
where they both
like accidentally posted episode 7, right?
Yes. And apparently the two, I'm waiting to see this, but both of them get, Woodies for each other.
Ooh. Not little Woodies. Toy Story? We got Toy Story?
We got Toy Story, Long and Hard.
Ew, Pinocchio.
We got Pinocchio, okay.
I love how, I mean, I'm waiting for it. Some people are saying that the love story is a little too slow, but it's a slow burn, y'all. We're on episode 4.
Yeah, we're on episode 4, and I'm not trying
to. 12 episodes.
I'm not trying to have them necking and bucking.
Yeah, like
already.
It wouldn't make no sense.
Yeah.
Like they obviously like kind of hate each other, but
they're beginning to kind of like each other. Like they're beginning to tolerate each other. Like that has to develop. And meanwhile, I need to see this villain in the background develop, who's been doing shady stuff, orchestrating and scheming and sleazing, and nobody's catching on to it yet. But I did. I caught on to it right away.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I did too. Like the second episode, I was like, all right, I know he mad. I know he mad as hell that he not top boy now.
Yeah.
Even though he never was top boy.
He never was.
He's not number 2 anymore.
Yeah.
He's not number 2 anymore.
Yeah. He wants to be on top. And this is not America's Next Top Model. He needs to calm it down. Ooh. Okay.
So what's your show of the week?
So mine is Soul Blues, and I already know, Jonathan, you're already thinking about this because you're going to try it once again and be like, this is a repeat, and it's not. So, because only thing I did,
the same plot,
only that I did was talk about Soul Blues back when it was a new show. I have been telling you, though, outside of the podcast, that you need to definitely get into it because this show is so damn messy in a great way. I mean, I love a love triangle, which there is one. I feel as if one of the mains was the one who made everything really messy. And what makes this messier is this is a love triangle between 3 friends who've grown up with each other. So it is messyboots.co.kr. Like, it really is.
Not KR.
It really is. It is so messy. And I love a good messy show. And so I think it is worth watching. And the fact that each episode is roughly 10 minutes and they were able to give us so much development, unlike some other shows that take like 8 episodes to get to a point. This one, it's giving, and there's 4 more episodes left. So I would say either wait each week to watch it. I will say this past week they released 2 episodes. They released 3 and 4. Like they released 3 on Monday and episode 4 on Friday, which I was really surprised. Why? I don't know. But there's 4 more episodes to come. and seeing how Sook Films typically does things, they usually take a break halfway. So we might have to wait another 2 weeks for the other 4 to come out. But we'll see.
Maybe they're still for sure editing the show as we speak.
I don't know, because remember, Soul Blues came out literally just after Bad Guy wrapped, like literally.
And they had it ready. Ready.
I have a feeling they still have this ready, but only reason why I'm saying based on history, because with their previous show they took a 2-week break, and it was very intentional. Like they said, we're taking a break for 2 weeks. This next episode will come out on X date, and that's it. It wasn't like, with our favorite show with Bobbin, where it was just all over the place with releasing those episodes. So
O2 Productions was flopping hard.
Yeah, they were doing a lot.
Release
there were
of that
so many
show.
things happening. Unlike with Sook Films, I feel as if they're very organized and very intentional with the way they release films. So if it starts getting messy, I'm gonna get worried. With O2 Productions, if they get messy, I just feel as if that's the part of their MO. So
I mean, you know who hasn't been messy, but sorta is messy?
Who?
Autzen Films. They've been good.
You know what? They've been very consistent with releasing these episodes. Very consistent, same time.
No subtitle errors.
Yeah, no errors.
Plenty of 18 plus disclaimers.
A lot of, stuff flying on
A lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Miss Badwig is still out there, causing chaos.
I'm waiting for her.
It's like if she put that much energy into getting a good wig, she would be a true baddie.
Hey.
But instead, she's putting that energy around and wearing this $5 wig as if she's doing something. The $5 wig.
God. But Soul Blues.
The Soul Blues, great show. Y'all should watch it.
Only one. Y'all should watch it.
And yes, and only one too. Yes, both
watch
of them.
It's on
Gagaoolala and iQiyi.
It's on iQiyi.
And then Soul Blues is on YouTube.
It's 2 episodes a week.
Mm-hmm.
And Soul Blues is on YouTube.
YouTube on Sook Films channel. Yes. Let's get to the shows that just ended. So we have 2 shows that have ended. I guess, which one should we talk about first? Cosmetic Playlover or SunsetxVibes?
Oh my. Let's do Cosmetic. Because I got some words for Sunset. I got words.
Okay, so we could get through Cosmetic Playlover quickly. Why don't we first say, what did we think about Cosmetic Playlover? Because I liked the show overall.
This show was cute. This show was very cute.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little break from all the other shows, because this show kind of flew by because I got into it late, and the moment I got into it, it was like ending in like a week.
Yeah, and then me, I started it, I think after like the first 4 episodes were out, and they were doing 2 episodes a week anyway, so of course it was a pretty quick run. So, I liked it. I think you brought this up last week where you liked the fact that it was pretty much an office drama, but it was based in a in a retail beauty place.
At Macy's.
Don't do that.
At Sephora.
Don't do that. This is definitely an upgrade from Sephora. Like, this is like better than whatever.
This is Dior.
This is like
Chanel.
doing this at Saks Fifth Avenue, but they had their own little store.
Yes. Yeah, I thought it was cute. It was very fresh because I never saw this kind of show before.
Neither have I.
I was just thinking of the Fujoshi that wrote this. That was like, she went into like into Saks Fifth Avenue and she had like a male beauty advisor like beat her face.
Yeah.
And so she was like, damn, like, what if these 2 boys kind of,
were swapping spit, that's what she wanted to see.
That's like all I could think of is like her like thirsting over her, like the guys that were like doing her makeup.
You know what though? I was low key thirsting over, what's his name?
Who?
I think is his name Tanuchi?
Sahashi?
No,
Mamiya?
No, neither one of them. The one that
the older guy?
Yes.
Oh my! The guy who had a whole wife and kid.
Right.
Boy,
I could get it.
The OG beauty advisor.
Yes, he was cute. But no, I can't be stealing.
Okay.
I can't be stealing nobody's,
Not to a home wrecker.
I can't be doing that. That's bad karma. I can't do it.
Oh my god.
That's bad karma. Like, going and breaking up a happy home. He's happy with his wife and 2 kids. Leave that alone.
He really was.
Okay. And that,
I mean, say Mamiya didn't want to break that up either.
Right.
He was like, let me not be on
yeah,
home
let me
wrecker.
just admire. And that's it.
Let me just admire this guy's like my idol. And I think this show, like I told you the other day, like when I finished it, I was like, this show's very cute. It just every conflict was very episodic.
Yes.
Like everything like fits itself at the end of the episode. So that was kind of not annoying, but there was not really an overarching big plot. Like everything wasn't that serious.
Right. And that's why I really,
like even in the end I was like, oh, that's it. There's no like big something. And I kind of just
and I wish there was. Like I think they lost an opportunity with the whole thing with
the family.
Yeah, with the family, with the brother.
Spoilers, y'all. Spoilers.
Like we are spoiling it, but you should watch it anyway. You should have been watching it. But should have been. But I would have loved to see like a lot of drama with Tenma, but he didn't really come till the end of the show anyway. Like the last 3 episodes, And
was he the older brother or the younger brother?
I think younger brother.
Oh.
And I really wish or maybe he was older brother. Yeah. But also I would have loved to see, like, instead of him being a brother, I would have loved for him to be a toxic ex, that was stalking him. That would have been
I thought he was going to be like an ex or someone from his college past that was trying to stir shit up now.
Yeah, and that would have been
just
great.
Like a random family member that's like, you should come work
in New York.
Back in New York with your family. And I'm like, this man does not care about anyone. Like,
yeah,
especially if y'all abandoned him his whole childhood, like he has no ties to y'all.
Right.
Why are you forcing him to rekindle things that he doesn't want to?
Yeah,
and Mommy is already like trying to like butt in and like force him to do it too. And I'm like, why? You don't know this man's relationship with his family.
Yeah, it's like, let it go. Like but like you said, nothing was that deep. Nothing. And I think.
Yeah, but nothing was that deep in the end. Like for Mommy, his character himself, he should have had like a bigger growth to be more independent or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. I felt like he was so like worried about Sahashi's like career journey the whole show, and I'm like, why you worry about yourself?
Yeah.
Like, do you still want to be like the chief, like the manager here at this store, or do you yourself want to be like a beauty, like a makeup artist, or do you want to, He wants to
be
create your own brand, your own
advisor.
line.
He want to be. He loves his. He loves his 9 to 5.
Doing his job. Yeah.
He loves it.
He really do.
Yeah. So, I give this show a 6 out of 10. What do you give it?
Ooh. I think I gave it like a 6.5.
Okay. Yeah. And I mean, it's not because it's a bad show.
The makeout scenes are really good.
Yeah.
Were really good.
The acting was fine. The story was great. The ending was kind of what brought it to a 6. It probably would, if there was something that was a bigger conflict that had a bigger resolution, it probably would get a 7 or an 8 for me. But it wasn't giving that, So here we are. So you gave it a 6.5.
I gave it a 6.5. Yeah, I mean, I would love to see them do another show together, or even this main guy, the one that was in Although I Love You and You. That show, like, he was so messy in that other show. I kind of want him to play like a messy character again.
Yes, I love
just
messy
like a
characters.
more real, like, just real. Yes. I don't know. He was so real in the other show. That's why I loved him in the other.
Yes. Speaking of real or unreal, let's talk about SunsetxVibes.
Oh no. Oh no. Well,
do you want me to start? You don't start.
Okay. I was gonna say, like, to think like a couple episodes back, I was like, we should try to get like Moss Bank on here. Either one of them to try to like talk the finale with them, and that'd be really cool.
That would be nice.
Interview topic,
because
y'all.
I have a lot of questions. I have more questions, not for them. I have when you are in Thailand hopefully you can go ahead
Yes.
and sit down with our girl Claire and also the other people on the production team
Yeah, maybe I'll
and
say hi to PO
say
again
hi
too.
to PO
Yeah.
because I have a lot of questions. I will say this, and I think we said this last week.
I
That
wonder what's in the source material.
Yeah, because the acting was fine. I actually thought the acting was great. I think
I have no issues on that part.
yeah, I have no issues on
Just
that part. I love the characters.
some of the script. Some of
Yes,
the
the
script,
story
yo.
didn't make sense.
Coon Dad didn't make sense.
Yeah.
Coon Dad.
Yeah, like like that's what bothered me was I love the cinematography, I love the acting, I actually
Gorgeous.
loved all the characters. I the story was not storying the way it could have. And I think really what harmed it was a story trying to do too much in 12 episodes and they didn't give enough of that because
Or maybe it kicked off too late.
maybe
I think maybe the drama and everything just started
yeah,
a little
because the
earlier. I
office
think maybe
drama
we
wasn't
had like
until
3 episodes of not nothing, but we had like 3 or 4 episodes of just them shenanigans at the office.
yeah,
and we didn't like fully get into the office drama or the supernatural until like episode like 6 or 7.
and we knew there was a supernatural thing because of the very first episode, but it didn't really explain what that was until episode 4,
and they didn't
maybe.
explain it in the end either.
And they really didn't explain it too much in the end. And then the
what's your
office
interpretation of
drama
that whole thing?
that didn't start, I think, until like episode 5, and then it was resolved at the beginning of the finale. And I'm like,
at the beginning of the finale.
yeah, and I'm
why?
like, I would have liked for that to have been something that started maybe episode 2 or 3. And I kind of would have preferred not to have the supernatural element. Because I don't think the supernatural element really...
Supernatural, it didn't add anything.
It didn't add anything. I felt like it was thrown in with the attempt to make the story more interesting, but really what have made it more interesting is really developing that whole mess in the office, because there were clearly 2 people who had executive privileges that were trying to sabotage the company, and we still don't fully understand why, other than money being a motivation.
Money randomly that lady was like, she need money because her mom's in the hospital. I was like, you are an executive at this giant
like how
company
much
and you
is
still
how much
need
is
more
this
money?
hospital bill when you're an executive?
Yeah, like give me a break.
Yeah,
give me a break.
Like something
miss.
just didn't make sense to me with that, and that's I think
the other guy just wanted to be a president of the company and wanted to like surpass Sun. So they were all trying to plot on his downfall.
Right.
But the supernatural part, I just didn't know how that tied into everything.
I mean,
was it a reason why him and Sun liked each other because they were
and that wasn't
their past
clear.
lives liked each other?
Yeah,
because their past lives kind of hated each other. If you think of it,
right?
Like his past life was the lady that like killed her sister because her sister liked Sun. So why would they? I don't know.
Yeah, I would have been fine without that. I was totally cool with. Okay, like because the first couple episodes, we have to remember what was good about it. What kept us intrigued was,
that office drama plot of like I'm an
intern
with, like, the
at
president
this
of the
company
company.
dating this president, but we didn't happen to know that we were at the same company until literally the second episode. And that was fine to start off as like, you know, really getting us intrigued and seeing how and if people would find
like a
out.
secret relationship.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was fine.
And you would think that would be the main office drama plot, like trying to expose the relationship?
I mean, that would have been great. Instead of people trying to steal money, you know, it would have been great if somebody found out. Yeah, I don't think anyone cared as much because people were having a lot of their own secret relationships anyway. So I guess
there were so many couples in the show, they did not. Yeah,
there were so many
about any.
There were so many secret relationships in that office. They were probably like, you know what? If we go ahead and expose him, they're gonna expose us. So
you're gonna have to expose the assistant, the president's assistant, with this other guy. You're gonna have to expose
Sam,
side couple boys, Sam and you're gonna have to expose
him and Prim
and Miss Girl. Yup.
You're gonna have to expose everybody. There's a lot of exposing going on, and you know, not everybody trying
Oh,
to
this
show their
episode.
ass. Okay, so
This whole show was very spice heavy too, which I was okay with.
yeah, you know what? I think
just,
this is
I
what
don't
I
know.
have
There
to
wasn't
say
enough
about. I
main
like this.
story
I like
to carry the set.
Yeah, I thought the intimate scenes were good.
I mean, Moss Bank eat that up.
Right.
They're really good at that.
And here's another thing, because I think this is kind of what messed up with, Big Dragon, even though I think Big Dragon is a great show. Remember, Big Dragon came out around the same time as Ken Porsche. And based on the way the show looked, I was like, oh, it's going to be like Ken Porsche. And it was nothing like it at all. Now, similarly, because, Star Hunter and Beyond Cloud are competitors, 4 Minutes comes out, which is a much better show. And now
it's a different type of show.
It's a different type of show, but let's be real. So it's also a show with the supernatural element and very spicy sex scenes. And everything in 4 Minutes is intentional, and you can tell it's intentional. And everything is intentional. I feel as
that's where it's like, I don't know if it's the struggle of adapting an already made story into a live action that's maybe like tripping people up sometimes.
Well, and it sounds
because you try
like
to fit all the source material in, but you try to change things.
Yeah.
Because you need to make it like appealing, or you need to like add in advertisements or budget restraints.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
But I don't think SunsetxVibes had budget restraints. It looks like they had a pretty big budget to me.
Or maybe just like time restraints to really draft up this.
I don't know.
Because 4 Minutes was written in with the intent to like be a show.
Right.
Like this was like an adaptation of a story already made.
So I think what hurt the show is the source material.
Like, or maybe just the not following of it, or
whatever.
I don't know.
Something with the story was just not.
Something wasn't connecting.
Yeah, it wasn't doing.
Maybe they took out like an integral part that like wrapped things all together.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Let us know if y'all read the source material.
Yeah, it's a novel.
Apparently,
I believe
it's a popular. Yeah, it's like a popular novel.
Yeah. So, I'm also going to give this show a 6 out of 10. I almost gave it a 5, but I'm giving it a 6. And this is
I gave it a 5.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
And I mean, it's understandable because the story is what really hurt it for me. Everything else was great, but the story was not good. And you know what disappoints me more is I want Moss Bank to have a good show. The same way I feel about Bum Prem, where for a long time they have not gotten a good show, and hopefully Revamp is going to be that show. That will be that girl for them, but
I hope so too.
But at least Moss Bank has at least one good show.
Sun,
they have at least Big Dragon, which is a good show.
Yeah.
But I want them to have more than just one good show. I need them to have several good shows, So I'm hoping whatever is next for them is going to be great. And I'm also hoping for Star Hunter because, we love Star Hunter. Their next show that's coming out, Flirt Milk, which already people are not having a good idea about it. But listen,
did you see
I'm excited.
That post that they posted?
Huh?
Did you see that post that Star Hunter posted recently that it showed like all their 7 top boys?
Yes.
From so I think maybe they're also doing something together. It's called like the 7 Project or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I think
I'm excited to see what they're going to craft up together.
Yes, and I'm really excited for Flirt Milk. I've been excited about it since I heard about it because
it looked so silly.
It looked silly, but in a good way.
Maybe they need to go to just stick to something really campy, stick to something really funny and campy.
Well, I don't feel as if Moss Bank can do camp, and they can do it well. I think because they did a little bit of
maybe that's not their world.
Yeah,
that's not their world.
But also I think we want to see them in something that is more serious.
This wasn't their world either.
No, it wasn't.
Because this was like, I don't know. They're trying to do this age gap. Because Sun is supposed to be like 30.
Yeah.
And I think Lynn is supposed to be like probably like straight out of college.
Yeah, like 21 22.
Or something.
Yeah. Anyway, speaking of which, we got to get to some new shows that have come out. We'll go through them quickly, though. Let's get to it.
Man late to discussing new shows.
Yes. So, we have 3 that either have come out or will be coming out very soon.
Coming out in the next week
like
or so.
within this week. So, one that came out, which is Peaceful Property, also known as Haunted House on Sale, came out this past Wednesday on GMTV's YouTube channel. I've actually been waiting for the show. And
really? You were excited for this?
Yeah, because, I like a horror comedy, and that's what this show is. And also, it is not a BL, but the reason why we're talking about it,
it's not it might be a bromance.
Might be a bromance, but the reason why we're talking about this show is because one of our favorite ships, Tae-Nu, is leading this show, but it's not a BL, so it's not meant to be a BL. I will say the first episode ended.
They might
with
put
them.
some like fan servicey stuff in it.
Yeah, they ended in bed together, with Nu staring at Tae while he was asleep.
Hey,
yeah, really creepy.
So maybe bromancy.
I could see a bromance, but I don't think it's going to be more than that, and that's not its intent. But it's a great show.
I would love this to be a BL. Like they really have only done.
It could be
one thing together. They've done the Cherry Magic remake, but outside of like a remake or anything, they've only played one couple.
Yeah, and they did that for several series because they were all connected to each other. Yeah. But this one, it's not a BL. But it could have been, sure, but also I'm okay with it not being one, it's
just goofy adults.
It's goofy
doing
college
ghost
kids
hunting, right? It's
doing
Tae-Nu and like Jan-Hae, right?
And really, Tae's character actually sees ghosts and is scared of them.
Oh.
So, and Nu plays an heir who gets like...
I saw the first like 5 minutes where he was like speaking like real crunchy English.
He was speaking English fine.
But it was like this girl was like struggling to speak Thai, like she was kind of dubbed over in Thai.
Yeah.
And he was speaking English to her, and I was just like, what is happening?
Yeah.
And then the white man comes in like, yeah, bro, and I'm like, oh.
And he's supposed to be in New York.
Now remember, this is supposed to be New York. This is not giving New York at all.
But actually, it was giving me. Let's just say it was giving me. It was giving me international students in New York. That's what it was giving, and that's a good thing, because he is an international student in New York, so it makes a lot of sense to me. So I
was like, why is this white girl talking Thai to him and he's speaking English to her? I was like, what's
maybe
happening?
Because they're dating and she's learning Thai.
She was cursing him out. And he was like, my grandma died. He's like, my grandma died.
Yeah, grandma is not in the picture. Grandpa died and owns like a goofy toy empire or something like that. So anyway, it's a good show. So far, I'm curious. I'm into it. I want it. I want to taste it, and that's it. So
all right, next
show is Happy of the End, which is a Japanese BL that actually begins on Labor Day. So again, we're recording this on a Sunday. You are listening on a Tuesday, or later. And this show airs September 2nd on Gagaoolala. And I saw a little bit of the trailer, and it is pretty interesting because one of the main characters is pretty much a runaway groom and runs into the other guy at a bar. So, and then things happen. So I think it's very interesting, so it's
I need to add some new shows to the roster. So honestly, sign me up.
Yes, I'm excited about it. So it airs tomorrow on Gagaoolala, or on Mondays, Gagaoolala, starting September 2nd. And then lastly, which is a show we've been so excited about, which comes out this Friday, on September 6th, is Kidnap. This is also going to be the first MTV show that will also be on Gagaoolala.
Yeah, I was kind of gagged. Yeah. They're not doing YouTube. I think for a lot of shows this year, they're like trying to kind of sneak into other
streaming platforms
outside of YouTube.
I'm not 100% sure if this will also be on YouTube because,
I don't think so.
well, the
I think
reason
it's just
why
Gaga.
is they have the pre-episode already up on YouTube.
But that's just an interview, kind of behind the scenes
Yeah.
thing.
So,
That's
and usually when they
free.
do that, like have an episode 0, then they put the rest up. But I could be wrong, and it could be just for YouTube for certain audiences. And also, Gagaoolala might be for certain audiences, but it will be on
I think it
Netflix
said
in
Gaga
Asia.
for. Yeah, it said Gaga for like United States, UK, Australia, and then Netflix for like
Asia.
Asia.
So
Yeah.
probably it might go on YouTube for other populations outside of those two. We'll see.
We'll see.
But this is also featuring a new ship, Om Lang. Already, we
Yes.
still have some folks who are upset that Om now known is not a thing anymore. Again, like we said,
they are
get
dead.
over it. Get over
that
it.
ship has sunk.
Move on.
I'm trying to move on.
Let it go.
Y'all should too. I know we're all green red still, but
yeah, let it go.
It's over.
We're gonna give Om Lang all we can give them, and let's see if we can. They can give it. I think they will. It looks like a great show.
Om has chemistry with like, I swear, like a glass of water. So it'll be so good with anyone. Like Om is so good.
Yes. So anyway, I want to go to something else because I think this is something that has come up a lot on the past several episodes of our podcast. So let's get to this right away. So, is Boys Love getting a little too nasty? Like, I'm thinking 4 minutes.
Just recently?
And how everyone but me has seen Peen. Well, actually, I did see it several times.
You
now.
finally saw it.
I
did. I was gaslit.
I stand corrected.
Made a fool of you.
I stand corrected. When was standing. Okay? So, there we go. And then
he was standing in 2 places, huh?
Okay. And then we all
Okay.
saw ass almost every episode of 4 minutes. We saw a lot of ass in Dead Friend Forever. We saw it in SunsetxVibes. We saw it in The Rebound, in that shower scene. There was cum on Sky Valley.
Thailand. Oh my god.
There was cum in 4 minutes. Like, are they doing too much, Jonathan? And we also have some BL fans that are complaining. So is it too much?
Really?
Yeah. You know, some people, because remember people were complaining about 4 minutes and Tonklaw having, you know.
Yeah. I think people were just haters because people are only watching the show for the main couple. So they're like, why am I seeing this little kid on my screen every single week? And I'm like, you're such a hater. Watch the show.
Yeah, watch the show. It's all relevant to the plot.
Like, why are you watching the show for...
It's all relevant to the plot.
Who's watching a show just for, like, a ship?
Yeah.
You're watching the show as, like, a whole show.
Yeah.
Like, I understand if you're, like, you get into it just because you really like a character.
Right.
But Tonkla's storyline is so important to the rest of the story.
Extremely important, especially after what we saw with episode 6. Okay.
We saw the original timeline in this episode.
Yeah,
six.
I don't even want to explain it because if you have not caught up for 4 minutes yet, what are you doing with your life? Like, catch up.
Some people were also like, oh, why do we have this episode? I'm like, boy, this episode literally is showing us what really happened.
Right. Now we know the truth of what happened.
We know the truth.
And everything before it, now we know
it's
more than likely is in Great's head. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, so
but
I think maybe Thailand is just getting more and more comfortable with showing a little.
Well, it's not just Thailand because remember, Sky Valley is Filipino.
Hey.
And actually, Sky Valley, I think, is the nastiest show that we've been watching so far.
I think that is the raunchiest.
Like, there's been dildos.
That is the raunchiest.
There's been spit/sand used as lubricant. Like,
that show is softcore porn, but that's like the extreme side. And then like maybe Thailand is kind of stepping out into more NC-17. Yeah, I'm thinking of like an older show. Did we ever see Booty Cheek? No.
I have in some Japanese shows.
Like but on like a Thai.
But I don't think I've seen one in a Thai one, and I've seen a little bit in a Korean
GMTV's past, never.
Yeah, GMTV I don't think has before.
Or like maybe Wabi Sabi, no.
No.
Until we meet again, we didn't see no cheats.
And then the opportunity that we could have seen cheeks in The Sign, which is from Idol Factory.
Oh yeah, we did see some cheek.
Well, not really. Remember they put a mosaic over
shining.
it. Yeah,
it was a mosaic. Yeah.
Yeah. So they need to have an uncut version of it somewhere so we can actually
Star
see the
Hunter.
meat.
Did we see cheek in like
Big Dragon?
Big Dragon? No.
And definitely not in City of Stars. No.
Yeah, I think there was cheats in City of Stars.
No, there wasn't. City of Stars,
I could have sworn I saw Jobs cheats.
No, you didn't. Because remember, City of Stars is supposed to be made for like cheats. Older teenagers.
I thought in the
you wanted to see the cheats.
In the video.
No, they weren't there. They said he was naked, but we didn't see anything because they didn't show us that. Yeah. So we didn't see Jobs' cheeks. If we saw Jobs' cheeks, trust me, I would remember because I wanted to see his cheeks. So I would remember that.
Yeah, I think maybe we're just maybe studios are trying to push to be a little more raunchier, to try to be more HBO.
Maybe.
To try to entice viewers more.
Or maybe they're trying to grow with the audience, Because
maybe, yeah.
Because, as the audience is getting older, they can see more stuff. Because also, too, a lot of the storylines have been more mature,
Mm-hmm.
Like 4 Minutes is very mature, and same with
like SunsetxVibes isn't like mature, yeah, but like it's not a cutesy show, right? Because they're trying to be more sexy. There's still a sexy,
but then you have shows like My Love Mix-Up, which its whole point is to be cute.
Like that's supposed to be like a high school cutesy, like you can show that to your grandma.
But then you have Dead Friend Forever, which was high school / college, and there was nothing cute about that show.
I mean, that's supposed to be like your typical like rated R horror film kind of series.
Horror murder mystery.
Sets. Yeah, there are sets in there. There's always that couple that's fucking in the house that die first or something. You know what I mean? Like,
and getting blowies on the balcony, all of that. Like
that was so extra.
Like, I'm trying to think. Like,
I'm trying to think of like older BLs. Like, were they ever this raunchy? No,
I don't think so. Because
this has been a change ever since Kim Porsche. Maybe
Kim Porsche opened
turned the dial up.
Just like Opposed Ass was opened up. Maybe that's what they did. They opened the door. Like that opened the door.
Honestly, because 4 Minutes is raunchier than you gotta say it's raunchier than Kim Porsche.
Oh, absolutely. Like we saw a dingaling. Okay. Like absolutely.
Imagine if we saw a dingaling in Kim Porsche. Whose would that be? Vegas? Like
I don't think Bible wants anyone to be seeing his thing. Like that.
I saw a lot of Bible in this past episode.
We did. We saw a lot of Bible, but I don't think he wants to show I don't think he wants to show his third leg like that. You know what I mean?
Hey.
I don't think he's trying to show. I don't think he's out there trying to show. He's
not trying to tripod,
right? Unlike with with JJ playing Win, like he's putting it out there.
That was probably a prosthetic, but that's still crazy to like. Why do we need that?
I don't know. It could be a prosthetic. It could be his.
That added nothing to that scene.
It added nothing to that scene. Other than that, he was ready to go.
Yeah. Other than that, to show us that he was ready.
Yeah. I will say, My Precious, which I have not finished yet, and it's not a BL.
My Precious.
That is the one. That is the last show with Nanon in it. And they're friends, like it's a high school period piece. I was telling you about this.
Oh, where you told me that had like a boner every other episode.
Him and the guy who played his dad. It was really weird, and it's like
his dad was getting boners too.
Yes, and I'm like, what is going on?
They were supposed to be like middle school comedy, but that's still kind of.
And they were just walking around with boners in their pants, and I just remember like the school monitor was like, "You need to put that weapon away."
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, like that show was so wild. Like, I mean, Sky Valley is definitely still more wild than anything else I've seen so far.
Really wild.
Like,
I mean, but you can't compare that to like, I don't know.
You can't compare.
It's in its own world. It's in its own world,
something.
I think.
bad wigs,
It's something.
dildos, cum all over.
That's just
raw,
I don't know.
unadulterated
They're
sex.
getting away with what they can on YouTube compared to like The Rebound showing us that whole scene with Frank in bed. I don't know.
Frank
Like
played
that
with
also
his
added
Frankfurter.
nothing to the story too.
All they did was tell us that Frank was lusting.
Yeah, lusting after this boy, and then in the end, like, gave him up that easily. I was like, all right.
Yeah, because you can't compete with somebody who's, who he got history with.
Someone he's broke the bed with already
several times with his grandma downstairs wearing headphones.
That's
to not
crazy.
Hear it and just making dessert.
Her living for it. She's like, yes, kids, go at it. Let me put my beats on. Like go at it.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think. I don't think there was any other show that was, that we got all these sweet cheek booty meats around.
Shows. Yeah, like let me go look at what I just like.
Oh,
from the past year.
There was Playboy, but
Playboy looks like child's play. Whoa, that's weird.
I don't even know what to call that show. Like it's just
Playboy looks like a school project compared to.
It was like, plotless.
Some of these other shows.
Plotless, dauntless. Bootyless.
I still haven't finished it. That's what I should do.
You want to finish? I could tell you the ending later.
No, I want to know.
Honestly,
I spend so much time on it. I need to watch it.
Okay. Good luck. Because I finished it.
Didn't we see Cheek in My Stand-In? No.
Not on Poom or Up. I know that.
I thought maybe it was hidden. I could have sworn we saw.
No, not with either of them. Because anytime they were in bed, they were always covered.
Two Worlds? Didn't we see?
Yes, we did. Too? 2 Worlds. We saw booty hairs.
We saw Matt's. Oh, I thought we saw Matt's cheeks too.
No, we didn't.
But we saw Pac's booty hairs.
Yeah, we saw the side couples' booties for both of them. Yeah.
Deep Night. I think we saw cheats in Deep Night.
No, we didn't. You keep saying we saw them in Deep Night. They didn't show us that much.
I could have, because they was going deep.
They were, they were going deep at night, but we didn't see anything go deep inside. You know what I'm saying?
We saw cheats in To Be Continued, I think, when they were on that bed.
We didn't see anything there. Again, I would remember that. I remember ass very well.
We saw cheats in Pit Babe, no cheats.
No cheats.
But they were getting low with that camera.
They were low enough. Yeah, like I feel as if a lot of shows like they would just teeter the line to kind of tease you, because even with Long Beans, they were swapping fluids and stuff.
They were swapping beans. They were swapping sauce
all over the place.
OnlyFriends. We didn't see cheats in OnlyFriends at all.
No, because it's a GMM TV show.
I know, but they went so far out, and we saw no cheats.
Yeah, they discussed.
You would think we would at least see like Neo's cheats.
No, like I was not expecting to see anybody's cheats. Like you might see the top of the ass,
the curvature,
but you're not gonna see a crack.
House of Stars, we saw some cheats. That was last year.
Oh,
Did we see Step by Step cheats?
No.
Do we see Man's cheats?
No. If we did, we would definitely remember that.
Oh, I think we just saw a lot of thigh.
We saw thighs, we saw legs, we saw nipples. We didn't see anything that was below
Chains
the waist.
of Heart? I could have sworn we saw cheats and Chains
of Heart. We did. But that show I'm trying to forget. Oh, that show was so awful. So, yeah. Annie Hay. It is time to go. Okay? Like, that is it for this episode of Ride Can Top My Knee. Be safe out in these streets. And don't have a bad ending this week.
Ooh. Hey, have a happy ending.
Yes, a happy ending.
All right. I hope the coon dad in your life.
Oh, boy.
Slaps your knee.
Sure.
Slaps you on his knee. Hey.
That's so nasty. Okay. Well, bye, y'all.
Rude. Bye.